305 in the building. What up, people? Hello, hello, hello. Listen, we so sorry we've been away for a while. We just had to get some timing down and get our guests down, and we back. All right, so y'all gonna see us for the rest of the year, and hopefully, y'all didn't miss us too much. But listen, we got some guests in the building. We're gonna go ahead and get into the intros. I'm Mr. Data Insight, Mr. 305, Mr. Dade County. And I'll be basically here with you guys on this journey. Who we got up next?
Well, you already know who it is. This is Arthur Gary J. Harrington at GJH.writers_cramp on IG. Back in the building. Just excited to be back on the pod, man. I'm ready to talk about some things. I'm ready to put the community on to some things with Miss Tracy. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic swiftly over to Miss Tracy.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Miss Tracy. Introduce yourself. My name is
Tracy. I am the CEO and founder of Level Up Natural Beauty and Fitness. I am originally from Alabama. I've been here in Orlando for the past 16 years now. So I'm ready for these good information with you guys about all my natural products that I use for this beautiful face right here.
Now, y'all did hear what she said. She's from Alabama. So if you want to try her, she got a chair for that ass. We're just letting y'all know. All right.
I got one too.
I got a cup out here on the patio.
All right. So we go get into the interview real quick. So tell us about your actual skincare journey and how you became, as I like to call it, skincare diva. Get into that for us.
Well, yeah, the way it came about is because I work out a lot. I'm in the gym all the time. I'm sweating, making out from the sweat. And I was going to like these department stores buying my own stuff. But I feel stuff on the back of those, I don't even know what they are. I'm like, what is this I'm putting? So I decided to start making my own product to help my skin. And I love the idea of using the earth because I'm trying to stay with the earth with things that are good for your skin and help your skin glow and help it be more nourishing. Use my own juices and oils from my own face. So that's what started my skin journey when I saw my face was just breaking out these little bumps and I was just having like little pimples popping up everywhere. So I like, let me try something different. So skin just not popping, you know. Your smile and your face is like $1 million around here. People see that first. So,
ching. That's right. Exactly. Now, how long has it been? I'm gonna get into a follow up, and I'm gonna let Mr. Gary kind of get into his thing. So, how long has it been that you've been on this actual journey?
Have it looking nice.
How long has it been? G-Man, follow up with your question, my guy.
I can't hear you.
Ms. Tracy, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay. So just so you know, there's I don't know if it's a delay or a lag. So there's moments where we can't hear you. I just want you to know if there's any, like, why is he asking me this the second time? It's just because there's a little bit of a lag. So I'm sitting up here probably doing one of the worst things you could do to your body, right? Smoking my cigar. But I lead in with that to say I know I got to do better, and so I'm excited about the information you're going to share. I don't think there's a better way we could have started out season 5 than having this conversation. So there's a lot I think that I know, but I'm sure that there are a million misconceptions out there. So my question to you would be, what are probably the most common skincare misconceptions that you would encounter? And then, like, how do you address those with the people that you run into this with?
Great question. And a lot of people have the misconception that they don't need sunscreen. but when you step outside, you set sunscreen on to protect your skin. A lot of people, we don't need sunscreen. Yes, we do. We need sunscreen as well. Protect your skin with sunscreen. Another misconception that I get from a lot of people is they don't need an eye cream. You cream. And the reason you need an eye cream is because our skin under our eyes are so thin and sensitive. It's it 5 to 10 years faster than other areas of our skin. So we always need an eye cream for us to, because when we're smiling, when you're frowning, when you're laughing, you're making all these rings come up around your eyes and around your laugh lines right here. And if you find something that got collagen in it, which one of my products that I sell is a jelly scrub for your face, and it to build the collagen in your face, and it wrinkles and keep your skin more. Yes, that right
I see
there.
this insight as a
That's
proud
what you need.
consumer of the jelly scrub. Okay,
Hey,
so
y'all see, I got to get right. And then also, I want to follow up on that actual thing as well. Because men sometimes they get into, hey, listen, that's a female trait, getting your face scrubs and getting your face all done. Like touch up on that. And then how are there more men kind of getting into this lane when it comes to the products that you have, or discuss that with us really quick?
Oh yes, absolutely. I have at least a good 12 to 15 men by my, and they get my jellies, they get their beard balm, they get their body oil, because it's like, I need my skin nice for my woman. I want to look good for my queen. So yes, it's very important. I even make men body scrub, because a body scrub is good as well, because it exfoliates your skin and it gets so dead. You don't need to do a body scrub every day. Like me, I do my probably like 3 times a week. I even scrub for my lips. I even have lip scrubs. So it's very important to take care of your skin, because you want your skin to last and look great all year around. And it's the only skin you're gonna have. You want to make people think you younger than what you are. Like, I had a comment, hey, a guy thought I was in my 30s. Like, nah. I told him my age. He's like, get out of here. I like, no, he's man, you got some flawless. So I gave him the card and stuff and told them this is what I'm using. So they like, yeah, I'm definitely going to your website. But I do take care of the men as well. I got to take care of the king just like I take care of the queen. I'm out with a kids line.
That's right.
As well. So we can take care of us, because you care your skin as quick as possible.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. And I have a follow up. Yeah. You just kind of touch up on a few things as far as how important the regimen is though. But when it comes to the routine, what are like some key things that you must do on a consistent basis? Meaning, like for example, I work out a lot as well, and sometimes I work out twice a day. So that means I sweat a lot. So what are some key like routines that I should be doing? Working out in the morning, midday, at night. What are some key routines that I can do consistently to kind of keep my face, up to par? What are those steps?
Right. So what I do, I use a toner, an eye cream, and you need a moisturizer, and you need a screen in your bag, and you need a cleanser. So if you do moisturizer, and definitely a sunscreen and a toner.
Okay. Now, are there any specifics when it comes to that? Like what kind we should be getting? Go ahead.
Me personally, because I make my own products, I make my own tone. I use all natural products. You don't want to use too much chemicals, because you, like I said, you don't know what those chemicals are, what you put in your body. So you want to stay as clear products as much as you possibly can. So read the labels on the back. If you don't understand what that is on the back, you may want to go, let me get to see exactly what I like to use. I use a lot of rose hip oil. I love hip oil, and I use coconut fractionated oil.
Okay.
Coconut fractionated in your face because it's very, very light. It's not heavy. and men, you can use this too. It's the rose or not that will be. So that's my little prize on the website getting ready for the holiday. So
Miss Tracy, I'm a mess around.
yeah.
I'm gonna go.
So what I do when you wake, I need to wash my face with hot
I'm
water.
gonna go broke messing with
Wrong.
you.
You need to wash your face with cold water. Sorry,
No, I said you coming out with all
I
this
didn't hear
stuff.
you.
I say no. I said you coming out with all these products. I'm gonna go broke messing around with you because you're gonna be a one-stop shop for me to get all my products, basically.
Well, you want a one-stop shop. You don't going over here, going over there. So you be in one stop. You know what you're getting. You can talk to your skin type. People, oh, this is another thing people don't realize. What plays a big factor in your skin. That's why a lot of people have acne and they have eczema on their skin. I have this one lady right now, I'm eczema. It's not getting rid of her eczema, but it clears it up and she have less breakouts. So she's like in love with my oil. I make her a body oil.
Boy, I could keep going on, but I know Mr. Gary has some other questions that he want to ask you. But go ahead, Mr. Sir.
Well, actually, she's already answered my question. I was just going to ask you, what kind of skincare products do I need to keep in my arsenal? But you just ran that down for me, right? But let me ask you this. I do actually have a question. So my daughter and my wife actually make that rose oil that you're talking about. My daughter, she's 21 years old in college. She's into makeup and doing hair and all that kind of stuff. And so she started making that oil. Now, let me ask you this. Is that something that should stay refrigerated? And how long does it last?
Okay, with the refrigerated stuff, because it's that's a true kind of in there. So those products can last anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. After that, you want to discard those because they're gonna start building mold and things like that in there. So with mine, I put the closest to a natural preservative that I can put in there. Because I read all my preservatives, but I use one that's and it's really pricey, but I want you to have if you paying $20 or $15 for my product, I want you to have a week. So I put like small preservative in there, which is Germamol Plus. That's the closest natural put in a product when you make a homemade products.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So,
Now, go ahead.
I was going to ask you. So, what do you, because you got so much information going, right? What do you do and how are you staying so updated on the latest skincare trends and all of the new research? Because you seem to just be on top of everything all the time.
One thing I do research on Google. I'm on YouTube a lot looking at things, and plus I ask these young girls here, hey, give me the latest trend. What's the rave out here right now? So I try to keep up old heads. So I gotta keep up with the young girl being out here. Like, what's the trend out here right now? So I keep up with a lot of stuff that way, and then I just do my research. It takes me a very long time to research because I'm my own test person because I test on myself because I have sensitive skin. So I've used products on myself for like 3 months to see how my skin going to react to it. Then I'll bring it out to one of my coworkers. Hey, try this. Tell me what you think. What do you think of the texture? What do you think of the smell? Because right now I'm a business right now. But hey, the business is growing, so the girls stay busy. But yeah, that's how I stay up on the trends. I just do a lot of research. Because you're dealing with people's skin. You want to make sure I'm treating you like I would treat myself. So that's why I do a ton of research, a ton of it.
Now, with the research, like how long did it take you to, like, are you doing research? Like you say, you have different products. So, for example, all right, let me hold on, let me break out my product. So this is the beard oil, people. Yes, I get the products from her. Yes, they work. They smell good, all that good stuff. So for this particular product, how long does it take you to kind of test it out before you're actually giving it to the customers and saying, hey, listen, I have this for sale? Like how long is that process? Is it like every product the same? Is every product different? Break that down for us.
Okay, so for my body oils, those are pretty much, I test them for like a month because those are oils,
Okay.
so those are pretty good. They don't take long for oil. But for my body scrubs, I test for 3 months because I got to see, I let water fall in it to see if it's going to start getting mold in it. I got to see, am I going to have an allergic reaction to this? Because I've been using this and I keep up with the date. So I date everything I do. If I can remember, okay, this is working perfect. Now, when I did my vitamin C serum, I tested that for 6 months before I brought that out to people. I really got to make sure, because this is something that you paying a lot of money for, because vitamin C is very, very expensive, but it's very effective. So I test that for like 6 months, and I got a good shelf life on that. So I had to research a lot of vitamin B. I had to research vitamin E. I got to see what works good together. So I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty
You
sharp
sound
too.
like
So
one.
I'm putting things together. No, so many notebooks in here with different recipes. Well, we don't call them, we call them formulas, with so many different formulas. And it took me time to get things mapped out together, because this ain't something you can just do overnight. But, oh, I got this. No, if you want to do it right, it's gonna take some time. Because women, we buy stuff for color, smell, really the presentation. We like, oh, we like men ain't about that. So I gotta draw your with what we got. Like I got one that's called lemon drop. I can't keep my lemon drop. People like fall in love with the lemon drop. It's like I can't keep it on the shelf right now. I like work, but I enjoy what I do. When you do, it's not really work. It's just something you just enjoy doing.
Bingo.
Well, and now I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I know that you got some other things that you do in the community, and so I'm gonna cheat a little bit, right? And actually I'm gonna say this live. Both Mr. Daily Insight and Miss Tracy uh, are volleyball coaches in a much needed community, right? And people deserve praise for that, right? Like I don't often get to bring people flowers, but I will tell you, I appreciate you guys. If it wasn't for both of you guys, Marley would have never made her high school volleyball team. So, uh, listen, knowing that you got all of this stuff going on, right? You got your research, your business, right? How do you balance your work with these other activities that you have going on in your life right now?
Oh, that's a very good question. Um, you got to be hungry for it. If you ain't hungry for it, you ain't gonna be able to do it. Cause 3:45 Monday through Friday. Cause I hit the gym at 4:15, 5:45. Come back home, take a shower, get ready for my 8 a.m. job, and I work from 8 a.m. to, and then of course, like you said, I do volleyball. So then I go do volleyball on Mondays and Thursdays. Then I work the front desk also at the community center. When I come home at 9 o'clock at night, I jump in the shower. Then I hit up level up natural beauty fitness. It's all level up natural beauty and fitness at that point. So then I'm working on recipes and I'm on orders. I'm checking my page, see do I got any orders I need to put out. So it's tough, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that can't be done, because it can be. So about every night I go to bed about 12 o'clock, and I'm back up at 3:45 getting it in. And Saturdays and Sundays is when I dedicate all my time with just level up natural beauty fitness. All I do is make products, and I be doing it.
Well, listen, and that's exactly. Listen, I've been saying forever. You can change your stars, right? You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to finish where you started at, right? And I guess right here, this is another example of that, right? Listening to you talk about the grind, talk about working, talking about doing whatever you got to do to get it done. And at the end of the day, that's what we all got to do if we want to have any sort of impact on this society that we're living in. So, once again, I applaud you for everything that you're doing. I thank you for it. If you don't hear it enough, I appreciate it.
Thank you, thank
So,
you. Yeah, now I thank you so much. Because one of the goals is too in September I'm going to start back doing this thing once a month where I go teach young girls how to become entrepreneurs. So in September we're gonna start that back up. So I'm gonna be doing that once a month. And in November, I plan on going to the Women Expo in Atlanta so I can get my brand out there. Another thing I'm doing in November. And then in March I'll be in May, I'll be in here in Orlando at the expos. So I'm trying to let women know the ultimate goal is to have stuff in a store while I'm out there promoting and mentoring young women and young men to show them that you can do anything you put your mind, finish college. But that ain't stopping me from getting where I want to get to. Your dream and get to where you want to go.
absolutely.
You just got to have that drive in you. You got that drive. Only person can stop yourself. You're your only person that's stopping you.
So now you just said a lot, and one of the purposes in being on this show, hopefully, is to gain exposure. So instead of having you run that list down all over again and then giving specifics, is there anywhere that people can go, a one-stop shop, and just find out everything that you're talking about, or just to keep up with you and the things that you have going on? How are people going to do that? Is that your Instagram page, or how would people go about getting that kind of information from you?
Yes, you can go on my Instagram page, T_358, Facebook page, which is my name, Tracy Taylor. And you can go on my website and shop at my shop, which is Level Up Beauty Shop. So, and you can DM me if you have questions or anything you need to know. Reach out to me. I'm here. I love answering questions and helping people with what I have learned, because I taught myself how to do these things. And it turned out it was a hobby. Friends said, girl, you need to be selling this. Because it was just a hobby. I was like, oh, it's just a hobby. And I turned business. And my business has been, I started this in 2021, but I'm actually full now.
That's what's up.
Now, as you can see, people, we got going across the screen actual products. And as they go on by, Tracy, you can kind of talk about it, or whatever the case may be. We got the green tea toner over here.
That's
go ahead.
That's that vitamin C serum I'm telling y'all about. Everybody need that vitamin C. Put that on twice a day.
Shout out to
morning and at night on a clean face.
Shout out, Ms. Tracy. We just had 6 people scan your QR code.
10 people scanning code, right? Yep.
Oh, there you go.
11 all people scanning the code. Yep.
All right.
All right. And then this is my favorite, y'all. I use this one. I have Miss Tracy. What is this one I have right here? It smells delicious. Which one I have here on the screen? Which one is this?
And peppermint. You have lemongrass, and that's the lemongrass and peppermint one right there. A lot of men, they love that one. And then I got one that smells like lemon. And then I got one that smells like mangoes. Right? It's like real, and it's building the collagen back in your face. So
correct. Mm-hmm.
So I put that on. I put that on first off, and then I put my toner on. Then once I finish with my toner, I put on my serum, and then I just call it a day.
All right, what is this one we have up next?
Okay. Oh, those are my sugar scrubs for your lip. Oh, no. What are these? Oh, coconut this is a scrub for your body. These right here? Yeah, I call it coconut kisses. Because it smells like coconut. Okay. And I just like, coconut sexy names. And so when you use these right here, it has a little, so it exfoliates and soaks your body at the same time. So it pulled that off. So those are good. They're gonna love those. Like I got this one in my bathroom right now. That's the one I'm using right now. I'm using the Coconut Kisses right now. And these are my beard balm for the men. I can't forget about the fellas. Beard all nice and soft and shiny and help the hair get healthy. Mr. Anthony have them right now. Yep.
Days almost gone. I need to re-up.
Those
Almost
are really
gone.
good.
And this one right here. What
Yeah,
is
and it's
this one
all
that I have?
natural oil. Natural oils and shea butter. Your perfect men.
Mm-hmm.
That's your beard oil. You just put that on your beard.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
It smells really nice. It got like a cologne smell to it. Oh, and that's my face
Now we
wash.
got
I
our
love
last
this
one
face.
here.
This face wash is really what really good. For women that wear makeup. It helps take your face. It helps take your makeup off when you wear makeup. So this is really good, and it's soft. It's a soft, foamy lavender. You don't even need that much. You got to shake it up though. This is a natural product, and it's mainly tea tree oil and lemongrass and yeah, lemongrass in there and rosemary.
Okay.
So it's really
Shout out to Mr. Eric Shelton, one of our followers. He clapping it up. I guess he's enjoying this actual podcast because he has a beard as well. So I don't know. Maybe he might be shopping up something too. So
hey,
shout out to the beard gang.
Shop it up.
I might have to grow it back.
That's
I
right.
just got the gold teeth. I might have to grow it back now. So it's about that time, winter time coming. Hey, beard gang, beard gang in the
winter
house.
Time's
beard
coming.
Gang.
Exactly.
Indeed. Now, something I want to say before we kind of get into our next topic, right? I'm gonna wrap this up here. Is there are 24 hours in a day, right? A lot of people say they don't have the time to kind of do certain things, to become an entrepreneur, do the things that they want to do, work out, take care of the kid, whatever the case may be. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. The deciding factor is, are you going to be lazy or are you not, right? Are you going to put that time in at night when you get home and you're tired? You know what? Because you work for that man 8 hours, 9 hours a day, but you can't put maximum effort for yourself on what you're trying to do, on what you're trying to accomplish, is baloney. You know what I mean? So you're getting somebody else rich, but you don't want to make yourself rich. Rich, make money, whatever the case, however you want to slice it up. You understand? So you do have the time, you do have the resources, because there's more than enough people on TikTok, YouTube University, as Miss Tracy just said. She researches her stuff all the time. So the information is out there, guys. We don't live in the dinosaur age anymore. And information is right at your fingertips on your phone. You understand? So you can get it. You just got to put in the effort to make it happen. So, G-Man, you got some closing remarks, man?
No, I definitely do. I think that the biggest thing that I take from Ms. Tracy is this, right? When you are happy, there's nothing you can't do, right? If it's what you are, if it's what you're inspired by, there's nothing you can't do. She is sitting here telling us that she functions on 3 hours and 45 minutes worth of sleep most of the week, right? And so at the end of the day, I will tell you this. No matter what happens in life, you are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible. Nobody else is. Nobody else is going to take responsibility for making you happy. You have to do that for yourself. And when you are doing those things and you're making yourself happy, you're going to have all the energy that you need to get everything that you want accomplished. But you have to first decide what that is, right? What makes me happy? What are the things that I want to do? Sometimes you got to take a deep dive into your own self, because what we find out is that we spend our lives doing things for other people. Mr. Daily Insight talked about making other people rich. I'm also talking about making other people happy and disregarding your own personal self and self-care. And that's actually some of the stuff she's talking about, right? Investing your money in things that are going to take care of you and have a long-term investment versus, getting that new chain, right? So we got choices that we have to make in life to get where we want to be. And I applaud Miss Tracy for the choices that she's making. Great example for our community, for my daughter specifically, but for our daughters in our community. So I applaud you. And I tell everybody else out there, man, listen, get up and get it, right? Outkast talked about it a long time ago. Get up, get out, and get some.
Get something. Don't spend all your time
Trying
trying
to
to get.
get,
Yeah, you know the rest. Yeah.
yeah.
So without further ado, we gonna basically we got. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Another thing I do, and I tell people do this too, keep a notebook with you, keep a journal. You never know, an idea may come to you. I sleep with a journal in the bed with me. I may wake up in the middle of the night with God that gave me an inspiration. Oh, jot this down. Because you'll forget, because I'm a busy woman, so I may forget something. So I keep a journal with me. Everywhere I go, I got a journal. Because I need to write something down because I'm like, okay. And sometimes I go in the stores and see stuff. I'm like, oh, this is a new trend. This is a new beauty trend. Let me look into this, see what this is about. And see if there's something that I think will be good for the women out there or for the men out there. So always keep a journal with you. That helps down your ideas. Because when you write it down, you hold yourself accountable. It's just up there. You ain't doing nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. No, I like it. I do the same thing as everybody know, Mr. Daily Insight, because I give inspiration throughout the week. I keep in my phone. I have a notebook, well, Evernote. I don't know if you guys remember what that platform is, but every single message or idea, I can listen to a podcast or a sporting event commentators, and I can come up with an idea that may inspire me to write about, or I think I can gain some inspiration for that. That's a daily insight, and I can write it down, then or put it on a T-shirt. You understand? So I like that idea, and that's something that I do practice on the daily. So that's a good idea, Tracy. Great idea.
Thank you.
Well, and here's the good news, right? If I could say so, Mr. Daily Insight, right? As much as I am happy that we were able to share this information and Miss Tracy's business, I'm always looking forward to the conversation. And the good news is Miss Tracy decided she's going to hang around and engage in the conversation with us a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out.
All right, now before we get into that, we're gonna take a small intermission break, and right after that break, we're gonna get into it. It's gonna take us maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and then we're gonna come back for this conversation. So, you want to get the people to tease a question, sir, or you want to wait?
No. We're gonna tell them about it when we come right back.
Okay. All right, we're gonna be right back.
To Miami, and I want you guys to go follow I Stand On That podcast. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram.
Here, I'm within a reality. I'm here at the 420 Mixer. I want to go ahead and follow on that podcast. If you've not done so already, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, follow him on IG, Facebook, all of the social medias, because it will be worth it.
All right, and just like that, we are back. It didn't take us long. So, what's the topic, man? You got me twitching over here. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the topic?
Well, listen. First of all, moment of silence because I forgot. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. We're thankful. We're grateful. We appreciate you, right? So the conversation topic for the day is this, and actually I sent the video to Mr. Daily Insight because I want him to play it. But before he plays it, I will tell you the conversation that's about to take place is where the topic comes from, and we're going to take a little bit of a deep dive. I'm not going to do too much with this, but we're going to talk about the origins of these types of self-hating statements or divisive statements. So, Mr. Daily Insight, can you play the video or play the audio for me?
Hold on one second. I can play the audio. So the video is not.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, hold on one second, sir. Let me get to that audio. You sent it in here.
You want me to play it?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it real quick. I'm looking for it. I'm over here stalling. All right, Let me see here. Hold on in there with us, people. Hold on. Let me see. I think I got you. Got it, or I think I'm gonna play it right now. You got it.
I got it.
True or false? When a man isn't financially confident, he tends to go for bigger women.
True.
Explain.
Because you have to look at when I say go for, I mean, I would think the same way. Like if it's a woman who is saying, okay, who can I get something out of? She might choose the guy who might seem more lame, like women don't really approach him. I think people in our nature are predatory in a way. Like when we are looking to gain something, we tend to look for who would be most likely. So to me, if I'm a guy I just got out of jail, got probation fees, I need somewhere to stay, I'm not gonna go for a woman who works out 5 days a week and looks good. I'm gonna go for the bigger. I'm gonna say, there's more of a chance that she'll be willing to compromise because deep down inside she feels like maybe she has to compensate for the lack of the aesthetics.
Respectfully, that's probably the most ignorant shit I've heard in my life, bro. So you
Woo!
Respectfully, that's the most ignorant shit I ever heard in my life, bro.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. Listen, in the ideology that a broke man is more likely to target a bigger woman because he has a higher probability of being successful in getting a relationship is such a divisive statement, right? And coming from one black woman to a panel full of people of varying size and looks, it's a little disappointing to hear somebody say that. No, I will say, I think we went ahead and reposted that video on the I Stand on That TikTok page if you guys are trying to find the video so you can see a visual of it. But before I dive into to my thoughts and feelings, because I really got a lot of them, let's start with our guest, Miss Tracy. What are your thoughts on the fact that somebody would say that broke men or financially weaker men would naturally target or pursue bigger women because they have a stronger success rate? What do you think about that?
I think that comment was really retarded. She said because so what you trying to say? Big girls got low self-esteem or something? Because he broke. Oh, I can build him up. Nah, that's not cool. I have to fend. I'm not even a big girl. I'm like, what? Why would she say that? I'm like, that's the thing I ever heard. I feel like if a man is struggling, he ain't got necessarily, come to a thick girl or a skinny girl. That's just like saying, oh, black dude gonna navigate to a white girl because she gonna be more supportive of his dreams and stuff. Well, a black woman won't be so supportive of his dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because they like we have attitude. All these stereotypes are crazy. I'm like, that's too much. But I think that was a chick made, and she made me feel bad as a woman for her to make a statement about another big woman like that. Like, come on now. Everybody need love. I'm like, I done dated a dude that ain't had no money. It ain't about that. It's about if you connecting, what y'all connecting on. It's not about the dollar, because we can make money together. I can show you how to make some money. I know how to make money. Say that. That was really low blow. I don't blame sis. I would have been throwing chairs at her. That's when the chair would have came out.
That's that Birmingham.
Hey, I told you. What did I say at the beginning? What did I say at the beginning of the show? I say, listen, if y'all try her or she feels some type of way, that chair gonna come out. I did say that. And look, I'm gonna throw the chair. That's what she said.
Hey. And so just to piggyback off of what you're saying, right? One of the first things that came to my mind was just fat phobia, period, right? And where did this come from? It actually, a lot of people don't even realize how racist the past and the history of fat phobia is, right? Because if you go back long time, most of those European women were very thin. They didn't have curves, right? They didn't have curves. They weren't curvy women, right? A lot of what they did was religious based in their Christianity morals, and what people were telling them was about fasting and watching what you eat and being very cautious about gaining weight, until all of a sudden, right, we see all of these beautiful Black women walking around with curves, and we're like, whoa, hold on, how do we get that? Right? And so at the end of the day, it had a racist history, because for a long time all they kept talking about was how uh, evil or bad it is to have these curves, because it was white women having this one very specific type of frame versus a Black woman's curvaceous frame, right? If you go back to Vanity and look at all of these magazines, look at what they promoted as beauty, right? This is another example of the Eurocentric ideology of beauty coming back to haunt us, because now we feel like we have to fit into their mold of what beauty looks like. And the crazy part is, you see a lot of modern women starting to look more curvy, like the original shape of a Black woman. What are your thoughts, Mr. Daily Insight?
Um, I think, and honestly, while you were talking the whole time, I'm thinking basically it stems from the whole social media, right? So social media is kind of the whole kind of the drive behind this, right? You know, we can get it to the BBLs and all these other things. It's kind of the thing, right? Because I hear certain women kind of talk about certain things. You visit certain places. What's the one common thing they say? Hey, listen, having, you know, a BBL or having this curvaceous body gets me, you know, initially more money into the bank account for them as a woman, which is kind of sad to say. And a lot of women are getting BBLs, dying from BBLs, as you can see. What is that? DC Young Fly's, you know, girlfriend, wife, whatever she is, she died, you know, after she had I guess it was a mommy makeover type of situation. Not saying she was trying to please anybody or, you know, whatever the case may be, but it happened. She did die from, you know, getting a tummy tuck and all that other stuff. So honestly, it's all derived from social media, because if we didn't have social media, I think we want to see so much of this, right? We want to see so much of the social, the BBLs, this, that, and other. And also, you touched on history in Africa. I believe in certain places they worship basically what, bigger women. You understand? So it wasn't a situation or a thing to where, you know, having a smart, because they equated smaller women to having no money, like you can afford to eat or whatever the case may be. I don't know the origins of it, so all you history majors out there, don't come for me. But I'm just giving you a generalized kind of overview of it. So that's the whole premise behind it. If you were bigger, that's what the men over there want, and that's what they desire at the end of the day. You understand? So that's kind of the whole kind of premise of kind of, you know, the bigger women thing. So different strokes for different folks when it comes to it, but that's my basically my 2 cents on that.
No, and you're 100% correct, right? This is a continuation of people trying to get to a place where there's some sense of knowledge of self, right? Because if you're constantly chasing someone else's idea of beauty, that just means that you haven't found that place of comfort within yourself. You haven't found that sanctity of finding a way to make sure that you're happy, right? This is about making yourself happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a big difference between fat and unhealthy, right? And so that's the other thing that we have to be careful when we start talking about when we start talking about division in society like that. We're talking about very different things. So there are some women who are just naturally bigger women, right? There's 7-foot women out there, so you can't tell me that women and people of all shapes and sizes, we come that way, right? And if you don't find a way to love yourself, to have some understanding of yourself, of what is going to make you happy, if you're constantly chasing the Joneses and trying to keep up with what you see on social media, you're watching somebody else's highlight film. That's somebody else's best day that they're putting out there. They're not giving you their worst, right? They're not showing you the struggle to get to where they were, if there was a struggle, right? And so that's the other part. Some of us come from different backgrounds. Our different ideas of beauty are just different. It's just a really ignorant statement to say anything of this magnitude that broke men would naturally pursue bigger women. I would actually contest that and say that if you are predatory like that, right? Because not every broke man is a predator looking for some woman to take care of him. But if you are a predator, I would think that you're actually targeting people with low self-esteem,
Bingo.
and they come in all shapes and sizes.
There you
Right?
go.
I know some very, very skinny and petite women that have no self-esteem whatsoever because what they see is the big voluptuous woman on Instagram getting paid, somebody tossing likes and this and that, 30,000 followers, a million followers, whatever it may be. So, long story short, Queen that made that statement, this comes from a place of love. But that's some ignorant shit. You need to go educate yourself on just humanity, right? Educate yourself on history. Educate yourself on the idea of beauty and understand that coming from one man, and I'm just one man, there is nobody that is just targeting bigger women. I know some big women that have all the confidence in the world. Look at Lizzo, right? There's some big women that have all the confidence in the world and they won't accept anything less than what they want. They ain't just dying to cook some cornbread for a nigga. They not out here like, ooh, I can cook some ham hocks and rice and peas. Big Daddy, I got some jerk chicken for you. Right? And that's the horrible depiction of a woman that this young lady just gave, right? That somebody on the chitlin circuit is just out here cooking and doing foolishness, right? Baby, I made you an omelet for breakfast, right? Like, come on, man. We're better than that. Let's stop with the judgment. Let's stop with all of this. Let's focus on self-development. Let's focus on being happy with ourselves and self-exploration and discovery. Because if you spend more time on you than you do on everybody else, you'll talk a whole lot less and be a whole lot more successful.
Mm-hmm. No, and honestly, that was one of my other tidbits was, it don't have a size. It's like if you own that, you own that. They can be yellow, orange, purple, pink, black. I'm doing it. Listen, if I know that you weak and I sense and I smell that, I'm at you. It ain't got to be thick, but everybody has this sense of the bigger women just because they're big and they're kind of sad and they feel sorry for themselves that those are the individuals or they're gonna fall victim to those type of individuals. And I think honestly that's what she was coming from when she made that actual statement. You understand? She may know someone in her family that may have been in that situation. So I don't know, but
maybe she was a big girl.
Who's that?
Maybe she was a big girl and she done lost weight. Now she feel better about herself.
Correct. We don't know her journey. I don't know her at all. You don't know her. Tracy don't know her. So again, we don't know her story. You understand? So, or she may have a best friend that was going through that situation. We don't know. So
I'm just saying her nickname could have been Snickers in high school. I don't know.
Snickers. Or hey Kool-Aid. Hey, either one. So honestly,
I come from a line.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I come from a line of women in my family. We thick women. We thick and we get to be big women. That was my family, and embrace that. We don't. But I ain't see my aunties and dudes broke. Now they date men that big men that are like in the gym and stuff. So I felt like that was a really bad stereotype. The way big women, like right now, you got plus size models out there that's doing their thing right now. So I just felt like that what she said was crazy, but
So how did that make you feel, though, Tracy?
Big girls, we sweet.
How did that make you feel when she said that? No, I said, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel bad. It made me feel bad because I'm like, I got big women in my family. I'm on the urge of being a big girl eventually, because it's like I got thick women, and I hang out with big girls. I ain't gonna hang out with someone because I vibe with people off what you give me. It does. I don't look at what your appearance is. Just like he was saying, people look a certain way. Like we got to go perm our hair, get our hair straight because that's what the industry talking about now. Or wear your natural hair. You know, of course I got my little locks in right now, but still, you know, that made me feel like, dang, that's how she feel about big girl. Because I may be considered a big girl to her because I'm 200 pounds right now, but I don't think I'm a big girl. You know, what's she considered a big girl? What's a big girl? Tell me what a big girl is. Just like he said, you got healthy women that are big and you got people that are obese. So you probably done offended someone that's obese that have an eating problem that don't know how to handle it. Now you just mess with their self-esteem now because she can't get nobody but a broke dude. Really? Come on. That was messed up. That was a low blow though. That was really low. So as a woman, that ticked me off. You know, I got big women in my family. Some people can't help it. Some, like when you eat too much, that could be a problem. I have like something they dealing with. So that was cold. That was though.
Cold blooded. Rick James.
And then a skinny broke guy should be offended by that because you're trying to make it like no, you ain't gonna date you. Come on now, you just hit a low blow on the brother.
So it was for you. It was a two-way. It was a double-edged sword coming and going. So you offended the big girl, and you offended the skinny guy. Like, what you mean? I can't get the girl that's making $100,000. She in the gym. She got real estate investments. What you mean I can't get her? Are you serious? I done it before. Right. So what you trying to say? So I feel you.
She offended everybody on that end. She would.
And the truth of the matter is that, like I said, every broke man ain't gonna be broke forever.
Sis, come on now.
Nah, go ahead.
Every man ain't out there for you.
No, I was just saying, listen, and
money from you. You know.
And every broke man won't be broke forever. And every broke man, listen, some broke men have all the confidence in the world, right? Some of these broke men out here pulling some of the baddest women, right? And at the end of it, listen, I don't know a lot about Stedman, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't on Oprah's level, but he had Oprah.
Exactly.
You know, listen, Kevin Federline had Britney Spears, right? Like, I don't know how we define him broke or how we define him fat, but you know, at the end of the day, whatever it is, it was ignorant and it was definitely distasteful, and not something that I would like to hear resonate through our community. I hope that gets muffled and dies out real quick. I'm glad to hear that somebody stepped up and was like, hey, listen, that was some ignorant shit for you to say. I'm excited that somebody stepped up. I'm actually excited it was a female, more than anything else. So, but I know where we are too, right? And Mr. Daily Insight always has to catch me because I'll talk about this forever, right? How much time we got left, Mr.
We got about like 3-4 more minutes, sir. 3 or 4 more minutes.
Well, listen, here's what I would say. Ms. Tracy, normally what we do at the end of every show is we tell people what we stand on, right? At the end of the day, whether it's part of the conversation, whether it was something from the interview, whether it's just you know, once again, kind of resonating the importance of self-care and healthcare and beauty. And so I'll actually start with mine and just say this. If I can say I stand on anything after this episode, it's kind of something I said earlier, which is your happiness and your health all rest on you. At the end of the day, we are only the sum of our life's choices. So if you got bad skin and, you know, bad breath and you ain't taking care of yourself, that's because you're not taking care of yourself. That's nobody else's responsibility. You got to figure out you got to learn you got to figure out what makes you happy, and you got to take care of yourself. It's no one else's responsibility. I don't care if you married. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy. You are responsible for your own self-care. You're responsible for your happiness. You got to do what you got to do for you. And if you ain't willing to do that, just be prepared to live the life that you deserve. And I stand on that.
All right, Miss Tracy, Gergo, what do you stand on?
Backing off of what he said, because yes, your happiness start. You the only person gonna make yourself happy. So love yourself. Before you can love anybody else. Because if you can't love yourself, how you gonna love somebody else? It don't work. Love yourself and be happy. Unlock your beauty. Unlock your potentials that you have in yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to. I stand on that.
Oh, you heard it. You heard it, y'all. You heard it. She said, I stand on that. She said it with some conviction too. I love it. I love it. So
Yes.
what I stand on, what I stand on earlier is kind of what I mentioned earlier was that one, like the self-care, take care of yourself if you deem it important, and also that you got 24 hours in the day. There's no excuses why you can't be successful nowadays. The only way you're not going to be successful is you're not putting forth any effort. You lazy, you're not planning, you're not doing any of those things to kind of accomplish your dreams and your goals. You understand? So if you don't make a plan, you plan to fail. And that's just kind of what it is. Miss Tracy just gave us a blueprint on what she does. She says she wake up 3 a.m. in the morning, go to the gym, come back home, go to work 9 to 5. After she's been working for that person, making them some money, she's coming home to work on her stuff to make her more money. And guess what? Rinse and repeat and do it all over again. You understand? So guess what? Is it going to have to be some sacrifice that you have to take? Yes. Something has to give, either your time, your effort, your money. Something has to give when it comes to that. If you're just playing on James or John and you cool with working for, the 9 to 5 and not achieving nothing, just going through like cruising, guess what? This doesn't apply to you. This applies to people who want to get it and they have a mentality to hustle and make something happen for themselves. You understand? So that's basically what I stand on. So what we're gonna leave y'all with is basically we will be back next week. It's gonna kind of an unorthodox week because normally we're doing this every other week, but we do have another guest next week. So same time, same place. Make sure if y'all like this podcast, y'all see they're up in the upper right hand corner. Y'all can go ahead and donate. You know what I mean? Y'all hit that QR code because y'all been hitting it up for Miss Tracy to get them products. Miss Tracy, you might have some sales, but you might want to check it. I want to see kind of how that is. But
I gotta get to work.
We do require you give us a 2% on that. No, I'm just playing. But I did enjoy you. Thank you for being on the show and being with us and hanging out, to talk about the topic. It was a pleasure to have you on. And we'll see you guys next week. Make sure y'all subscribe, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter at I Stand on That Podcast, everything, all across all platforms. So until next time, y'all. See y'all later.
Bye. Thanks, guys.